Hey everyone, and welcome to Just In My Opinion. Today I'm looking at The Pedestrian, a heavily stylized little puzzle game that I vaguely remember seeing on Reddit at some point in time. It was a short clip of gameplay, and the concept hooked me months ago. A year ago? I honestly don't remember. Well, we're finally here. The Pedestrian launched, and the question I'm looking to answer is, did it live up to its initial hype? I think it sort of did. We'll explore why it's not just a flat-out yes, but I'm going to throw in a minor disclaimer here. Don't let any of my criticism put you off trying this game. It's unique enough in my mind that it's worth playing to anyone that saw it and thought it would be cool. That doesn't mean it's without flaws, and that's part of what we're going to explore now. Okay, so, The Pedestrian. It's basically this super cool puzzle game that has you moving signs around and connecting them in a way that allows your stick figure character to traverse an area. Sometimes your goal is to leave an area with an item you'll use elsewhere, or to simply get from the entrance to the exit in order to progress to another area. Regardless, there are a lot of ways these puzzles are kept fresh, as each section of the game tends to introduce new concepts that you need to integrate into your puzzle solving. I won't dive into examples, just trust that each section expands on the previous section with new gimmicks. Now, when I started playing this game, I didn't think there would be anything to spoil. I expected a simple, straightforward puzzle game. So I'm going to try to describe the story of the game as cryptically as I can. Basically, you'll traverse different parts of the city while you acquire different pieces of some Game Boy-like device. Eventually, you'll get the pieces together and something happens. This something that happens, for me, was the coolest part of the game and also the biggest letdown. Why? Well, after the something, the game introduces one of the coolest concepts I've experienced in a puzzle game in a very, very long time. It was mind-blowing, it was crazy, and once you realize what's actually going on, just wow. The issue is that I can't really speak to the after the something more than I have. I just wish that something had been taken advantage of a little bit more. Maybe I'll just have to wait for some form of a sequel. If that made no sense to you, I'm really sorry. The reality is, this was one of the coolest moments I've had in a game in a long time, and I don't want to even allude to what happens. If you've played the game, I think I pieced my words together well enough to articulate why I was disappointed. Let that be a puzzle in itself. So, where does this leave us? Well, The Pedestrian's aesthetic, clean, simple, linear puzzles, and all-around unique worlds make it one of the single best puzzle games I've played in a long time. Is it the most challenging puzzler I've played? Not by any margin. I played the game on stream and I think playtime totaled a little less than 3 hours, but those 3 hours were jam-packed with awesome scenery and amazingly enjoyable puzzles. It's also worth mentioning that if you pay close attention to what's going on in the backgrounds, you can maybe piece together a bit of the larger story. This is especially true if you're replaying the game. You'll start to notice different things that represent other parts of the game hidden everywhere. Speaking of hidden things, there are also hidden areas all over that allow you to change your character up a little bit. There's also potentially other secrets I missed, but I found at least a couple of secrets in my journey. So basically, play The Pedestrian. That's the takeaway here. When I finished the game, I was disappointed in the short running time, and I really wish that there had been more content. But that's, in my mind, also a sign of an amazing puzzle game. Every great puzzle game ends too early, because we always want more. There's no amount of solid, addicting puzzles that can feed my appetite for a solid and enjoyable puzzle game. I guess that's The Pedestrian's greatest flaw. It was too good, and as a result, left me disappointed when it inevitably had to end. And don't forget, this is just in my opinion. If you feel like I left something out, disagree, or want to suggest something else for me to look at, leave a comment. I streamed my playthrough of this on Twitch, and I stream other playthroughs there too, so consider checking it out. Information's in the description. Otherwise, thanks for watching. I release new videos a few times a month, so if you enjoyed this, subscribe and check back weekly for more reviews.